guys, welcome back to another fun episode of Nerds in a Bar. I'm Batman Marc.
And I'm the Gilness.
And we are here with the wonderful, the one, the only, the beautiful Denise Crosby.
Hi, you guys, you two nerds.
We are nerds. Absolutely.
Nerds rule.
We were hanging out with Denise last night, having fun, just relaxing after con. And it was a lot of fun to see you let your hair down, I gotta say.
All my Rapunzel-like golden locks, I let them down. I flowed them down. Yes, it was, I think we all are looking to burn off a little, COVID steam. Right?
You walked away for how long now?
Oh, too long. I was just happy to talk to anyone other than my husband, okay? For God's sake. And you guys too, you've been well and good and
we actually were at New York Toy Fair in February of 2020.
Yeah.
Just before the lockdown started. Mm-hmm. And we were actually talking with the vendors, all the toy manufacturers, and we weren't worried about COVID per se, but we were worried about how is this going to affect the industry and production, because where are 90% of the toys manufactured?
China!
So we were talking with a lot of the guys, from NECA Toys, Mezco, and all the guys were saying, it's around that time of year where they shut down the factories anyway because it's New Year, it's the Chinese New Year. Nobody expected what happened.
Wow. So I got off a cruise ship March 8th. 2020. I could still be out there floating had one case been detected. Now, I believe, let me tell you something, I am sure that people had it on that ship because there were no protections, there were no masks, it was raging, and there were no tests yet for it. So, by some miracle, we, as we were coming into port in Miami, I'm thinking, let's see if they let us off. Because, we'd already heard rumors of the other ship in California.
12 weeks?
They're still out there. They're still out there.
What's been the topic of discussion for you over there at your table throughout the con this past weekend?
Well, I think mainly everybody is feeling this kind of sense of joy and gratitude to have this return, have this, be out and about, have some sort of sense of normal, what we, are normal, but the things that, people love. And I just, last week was on a Star Trek cruise, the first one since the 2 years that, we've done this. Oh my God, it was fantastic, and really good protocols. It's a Royal Caribbean cruise. They have really strict policies, and everybody felt safe, and nobody's come down with anything. But you could feel the energy of everyone, kind of just grateful. There's a relief, like there's a sense of survival, and there's a sense of joy of being able to be with other people again and celebrate. So it was just, you could feel it amongst not only the fans but the actors.
Right, yeah. Good. I was going to ask how the actors feel about it. Did a lot of people come out from Star Trek?
Oh my God! All seven shows were represented. All 7 series. So George and Walter were there from original. Delancey and I were there from Next Gen. And then you had, people from Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery, and Picard. So everybody, and the young kids are fantastic. I'm loving these new little newbies, the new little, I'm like the old grandmaster now of the Trek lore. I walk around and they're like, oh. Yeah, I am the god being of the story. Me and Delancey are vying. We're vying for, godship. I'm gonna beat him. Yeah.
So he snuck into parts.
I know, the little gutter snipe that he is, like a little weasel. That Delancey's a weasel. I know, right? There's mention. So apparently in Picard, the other day, I guess episode 2, there was a quick flash. They're in some Okay, so they're on the bridge on a panel. Said Lieutenant Colonel Tasha Yar. Okay, so somebody took a still. I am a lieutenant colonel.
That's awesome.
So they took a still, someone on Twitter, and they said, oh God, please, can it be true? And will it be true? Can it be true? And so, I've been tweeting out that and tagging, CBS and Star. So
nice.
It's in their hands, dudes. But they've missed so many opportunities, in terms of the Romulans and me, and so I don't know. I long ago said, after Nemesis, I went to the producers and said, listen, I hear the fans are telling me at cons that your script has got a lot of Romulans. Hello, let me come. Oh, and they said, well, we love you. We'd love to have you, but we can't figure out. It's not the timeline of the. I just went, okay, whatever. And then the fans are like, that movie sucked.
Worst of all of them, for sure, I think, yeah. Unfortunately.
But what intrigues me is that you're so vested in this character that you played so long ago. I don't want to say that too, so long ago, but
in fact, a great character that got very shortchanged.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, who knows? It was my decision to leave the show, and I was very nervous about standing on the bridge in that position for 7 years and saying basically, aye, aye, Captain. That was, there were, and remember, unlike today, we did 26 episodes a season. 26. That's a lot of episodes that go by. Yeah, and in 7 days, you were on to the next one. And I just thought, and again, that was the 80s. Television was not your main goal as an actor. You want to do theater, you want to do movies. I was doing indie films. It wasn't like we were all jumping around in acting class going, I want to get a series. Unlike now, where television is so good, no question. That's where the stories lie right now, is in television, because as we see, films, they make a lot less, the studios, and they're making franchise films that they can sell overseas.
That's hold true for just about anything overseas. Whatever starts here and goes there has legs over there.
Right.
Just look at all the metal bands that couldn't make it here in the United States, but they go to Europe.
Right.
And they're beautiful. They blow up huge.
Exactly.
Here and they can't even fill a stadium.
This is true. So you go, and that's great. There's so many avenues, So you have to, you take the temperature, you assess what works for you, and I never knew that I'd leave the show and come back to do my favorite episode, which is yesterday's Enterprise. I always say I had to die to get the best get a good episode on this show.
I love the Enterprise.
Oh my God! And Christopher McDonald. He and I went on. We've done like 3 projects together. Oh, we're friends. Oh my God! You couldn't keep us together in the same room. We made each other laugh so hard. I peed my uniform. And wrecked one of Patrick Stewart's takes. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that I wasn't having a coughing fit. I was actually laughing my ass off because Chris was looking at me, and I pretended I was coughing, and Chris covered for me, got me some water, and said I was choking on something, and Patrick had like a monologue of techno babble and looked at me like with fangs. That's probably why I'm not playing Sela on Picard. He knows. He goes, that Crosby, that little snipe, she wrecked my take. She's not coming on my show. She's not coming on my show. That's the story. We figured it out. We now know.
Now we know.
We now know. On the Nerds, ladies and gentlemen, on the Nerds, we figured out all of Star Trek. right here.
Denise, we love having you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything you're in the middle of doing right now, or is there something that's coming up?
Wow. Right now I finished filming NCIS. I play the Secretary of the Navy. That might come. That might happen. Navy. I know how to do that. Okay. So.
That's why they picked you.
Yeah.
Back in uniform. Back in uniform.
God, just when I thought I was out, they dragged me back in. So we'll see what's going on with that. And in the meantime, yeah, just happy to be alive, man. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Really appreciate you coming out and spending time with us. Guys, for Nerds in the Bar, I'm Batman Marc with
Denise Crosby.
And the Gilness, and we are all Nerds in the Bar!